What is up, guys? It is Jerry Green and Spencer Lindstrom coming at you live with the very first ever Stream of Consciousness podcast. Spencer, what's going on today?
I don't know. We're just kind of sitting in the basement, kind of checking this out.
Yeah, it's pretty cold, but I'm nice and snuggly. I got my Chicago Bears hat on. I got my Chicago Bears sweatshirt on. I got 2 pairs of socks because you got to be prepared for that winter weather. And I got some pretty comfy sweatpants, so I'm good to go. I also have 3 revolvers.
They're cap guns.
They're not cap guns. They're licensed weapons.
Most definitely cap guns.
They're cap guns, and they're pretty cool. I think I look like a gunslinger, but I got 2 of them in my holsters, but I don't know what to do with the other one.
Yeah, I got this one at Deadwood. You ever been there?
No, what's it about?
It's like this old gambling town. Like, it's like a tiny little Las Vegas.
I love towns, and I love gambling.
So. Yeah. But it's like, you know Wild Bill, right?
Yeah.
So that's where he was shot. He was shot at, like, Saloon Number 10, I think. And there's, like, this whole thing. Like, they'll do reenactments in the street with, like, blanks and stuff. They'll just be like, Wild Bill, or... But, I mean, he got shot in the saloon.
What?
But, yeah.
So it's like some real-life Wild West action, bro.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I don't think, like, the Wild West was, like, as wild
as like it is in movies and stuff.
Movies. Yeah.
Which is pretty lame. One thing, I think, just as a side note, when was the last time you seen a dope Western movie, though? Like, they're just not around anymore.
Yeah, I think it's just part of the times, because now we're seeing more sci-fi stuff, because that's what we think is cool. Like, back then, when Westerns were being made with John Wayne...
Oh, yeah, he's a legend.
That was the thing. Like, people wanted to be cowboys because it was in more recent memory, I guess.
I don't know. I think rootin' tootin' cowboy shooting is pretty dope still, though.
I 100% agree. That is probably one of the coolest things.
Like, nobody can forget the classic, the good, the bad, and the ugly intro.
You haven't seen the whole thing?
I haven't seen the whole thing, but even I know the intro. That's just how timeless it is. You know?
It is a timeless intro. We're not going to play it for copyright reasons. Also,
I could hum it.
We don't have any sound equipment other than my phone.
Yeah, this is literally a phone in our voices. And Spencer's dope pocket knife.
That's a fillet knife.
It is a fillet knife that you can put in your
really
pocket.
Sharp.
I don't believe him. I like how it's rainbow. Does that mean that it's made for rainbow trout?
I never thought of that. That's actually kind of cool.
Maybe this is
Trout are like an underrated fish.
Trout are like such pretty fish. Like, I was out fishing in Colorado, and at the cabin we rented, there's like a little stream, and I was fishing, and I caught a trout. I caught a couple of them, and like, I might be a psychopath, but I normally don't feel bad about killing things.
That's kind of messed up.
But like, I felt bad about killing the trout because it's such a pretty fish, you know. And it's like,
I don't know what it is.
They're just nice looking fish, and like they taste really good too. They're not like
they're delicious.
They don't have that like super gross fishy taste. I mean, it's not gross, but like I don't really care.
The best way to cook a trout, you gotta gut it and everything, but you keep the head on, and then hear me out on this one. You take the insides and you put rosemary and lemon in it, and then bake it.
Yeah,
it's so good.
I do tin foil, and then I do butter, and then a hint of lemon juice. Yeah. And then maybe some herbs or something. I don't really know. It's been a while since I've done it. And then just slap that thing on the grill, just
that's so good.
Get it nice and moist and tender. I'm pretty bad at cutting it though, so always got some little dinky baby bones in there.
Yeah. Well, that's why you don't fillet it. That's why you just cut it and gut it. Because when you bake it like that, the meat's just going to fall right off the bone. Oh. And it's so good.
There's something amazing about meat falling off the bone. You just pick up a rack of ribs and they just fall off the bone. You're just
I think that's just part of it, as early humans, we just liked eating things off the bone. I think that's why, eating things off the bone is so popular.
Think about probably one of the greatest foods of all time, in my opinion, wings. We just had some wings. We were supposed to have a lot of people over, but there's kind of a storm going on and stuff, so now it's just us. So we had wings for 10 people. Oh. And We ate almost all of them because wings are just so good, dude. You get like the blue cheese dressing in there. It's just so delicious. Like,
see, like what I don't get, people are grossed out about blue cheese having mold on it. Like you eat way grosser stuff than moldy cheese. Like you know what mushrooms are? Mushrooms eat poop. They literally eat poop and dead things. That's kind of gross when you think about it, but you still eat them.
I'm trying to think about that. Like, I don't know. I'm not a picky eater.
I'm not either, but
I never even think about the mold on blue cheese because that's just like blue cheese's thing. Like, if I saw mold on any other cheese, I'd be like,
Like, blue cheese is just moldy feta.
Dude, and it tastes better, too.
It is. It's so good.
It's so good, dude.
And, like, can you imagine the first guy that, like, ate shrimp? What was going through his head when he just, like, was fishing in the ocean and then pulls up his net and there's just, like, this shrimp.
He's probably like, bro, I need some cocktail sauce for this. That's what I would have said.
Oh.
Like...
They look weird. Why would you eat it?
Because
or like lobsters.
I would eat a lobster.
No, but like you don't know what it tastes like. Why would you eat it? It
Bro,
looks scary.
At some point in human history, everything had to be eaten for the first time. Like, think about the most delicious food ever. Like, for me, one of my favorite foods is probably a nice, healthy grilled cheese sandwich. So imagine the first ever dude who's like, he just woke up one day and just had like an epiphany from God. He was like, I'm about to make this grilled cheese sandwich. So he took some butter, he put it in his pan, he buttered not one side of the bread, but he buttered both sides of the bread. He smacked that thing on, it was like sizzling, he was like, now I need some cheese. And so he did not take one slice of sharp cheddar. He took 2 slices of sharp cheddar and missed me with the American on the grilled cheese, bro. Sharp cheddar.
Sharp cheddar's where it's at.
If
you don't get some meltage on it with the cheese.
And then he just he smacked it. He physically took it and he slapped it on there. He didn't even get his hands burnt because that's how delicious grilled cheese is. And then he put a little bit of garlic salt on there. He probably didn't do that, but I do that, and it's really good. And then he just ate it, and it melted in his mouth. And then he was like, "Hold up." And then he made some tomato soup, and then the rest is history, bro.
That's so good.
Imagine Indians and stuff, or not even Indians, but Neolithic people. They were just
Neolithic people with just craft singles making grilled cheese over their fires.
No, that's not what I'm saying. It's that plant looks like it might kill us. And then they're like, how do you think they figured out who gets to eat the first? They're like, that's a new plant. I don't know if it's
I bet
poisonous.
It was the scrawniest.
Bro, I bet they
maybe they did it for how skateboarding. You do it dude, I bet I can jump that staircase. And everybody's like, no, you can't, dude. That's too big. And then everybody jumps the staircase, and then the one kid breaks his arm.
So bro, I triple dog dare you to eat those red berries. Watch me. He just dies.
It just hits.
I like to think that they thumb wrestled for it.
Like thumb wrestling?
Yeah, they're like, bro, look at that plant. And be like, I don't want to eat that. It might kill me. And they're like, yo, thumb wrestle. So then they
1, 2, 3,
yeah,
4.
exactly, bro. And then the loser has to eat the plant. And I wonder how many humans have died discovering if a food was edible or not.
Oh, man.
It's probably a solid amount.
I think we kind of take that for granted.
Yeah,
we know what foods we can eat and what we can't eat. There are no foods out there that we don't know what we can't eat.
I mean, there's some pretty stupid people in the world, and I've seen people eat some pretty stupid things.
Tide Pods. Although I get the appeal of wanting to eat a Tide Pod.
They look so delicious.
They look really chewy. They got bright colors. They have this floral scent to them.
Gummy
and
candy, bro.
It just makes your primitive brain just go I need to eat that.
Because it makes you think of a mango or something.
Yeah, a juicy fruit.
For me, I don't know. I have this bad habit where I chew on everything.
Oh, I do too.
I never grew out of that phase as a child. And sometimes I'm tempted to eat Tide Pods. Not gonna lie. We have the stuff we put in our dishwasher and
the Finish?
Yeah.
Yes.
And they're just so soft and squishy.
Yeah.
I just I want to bite it, and I'm not going to because I'm not an idiot. But there's that part of me that's just
well, and then imagine if you're a 5-year-old that doesn't have any self-control and doesn't know that it's bad,
Oh yeah, dude.
right? I can see why it's a danger.
Dude, it is a danger. It's
I mean-
a threat to society.
I don't think it's a threat to society necessarily, but I don't know.
Well, like, what if the Pilgrims brought a bunch of Tide Pods and then the Native Americans ate it and just died? Like, would it be a threat to society then?
Well, I mean, yeah, but you got me there.
There's so many different things you could die from back in, like, the past. Like,
Yeah,
like, I was just sick the other day for, like, a day. I was sick for one day.
that could have killed you.
That would have, like, literally killed me.
That would have, like, crippled you and brought you to your knees. Like, you would have been begging for mercy from
Yeah.
God.
And they would have just, like, everyone else in my group would have just left me to
Oh,
starve.
yeah, for sure. Like, we would have left you to die because
you
we
think-
don't want that.
With how many people died from sickness, you think we'd be, like, immune to sicknesses
Well,
at this point?
Think about how many people die from the flu, like, now. Like, just in the U.S., it's in the thousands.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Like, the flu's not that bad. You're
Okay.
just like, this sucks for a couple days, but then you're like, fine.
I may have exaggerated. I don't know if it's in the thousands. You see, if we had a sound guy, we'd have him pull it up, but in the future.
Logan is not here because he sucks.
And
But
because
I want that on
snow.
record. No, he sucks.
Heard it here first. Logan sucks.
Well, it's probably not the first time anyone said it. I know I've said Logan sucks on multiple occasions.
Anyway. Yeah, but, like, getting a paper cut was, like, an ordeal.
Bro, they didn't
back
have
in the
paper back
1800s.
then. Getting a papyrus cut, though?
They had paper in the 1800s.
Oh, in the 1800s, yeah. I thought we were talking, like, I was thinking, like
Cro-Magnon
Neanderthal,
era.
bro. like, papyrus cuts are gonna hurt a lot worse
We
than
didn't
a
have
paper cut.
papyrus when we were Cro-Magnon.
Like, the Mesopotamians?
Oh, they had. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Because it's, like, so much thicker. And, like,
I've never held, like, actual papyrus.
I don't think many people have.
Have you?
No, but I want to now.
That would be really cool.
I want to grow my own papyrus.
I think making your own paper would be so cool.
That would be pretty
Like
cool.
when we go to Canada, we go through Fort Francis, and there's this huge
Oh, yeah, dude.
mill, and it's just they make paper there.
I work at
Insane.
I work at Renewal Service Inc. We provide the very pumps for that paper mill. Not trying to
Really?
brag or anything. Yeah, dude. My grandpa's like good friends. We always not always, but sometimes we stop in and say hi to them.
Really?
But I think they're going out of business, so that's an L.
No way.
The rise of the internet has like
Crippled the
bankrupted
paper
a lot
industry.
of paper
Yeah.
industries.
I mean, I can see that.
Which I mean is bad for the pump industry and also good because I mean we buy all those parts for like hella cheap.
Then you can make them
Yeah,
and put them into ethanol pumps.
yeah, exactly. Because they gotta like liquidize their assets and stuff.
Yep. But like, they're just so immense. Like they're so big. When you drive through it, like they're insane.
Dude, at the border, you see the pipes from
You
the
see,
paper
you
mill.
literally see the pipes because they
I know.
cross the border. It's crazy.
It's so cool.
Or like,
Imagine,
do you guys go through Dryden when you go to Canada?
yeah, dude.
And you see
We
them
get our
there?
minnows at Dryden.
You get them that early?
Yeah, I don't know why. We throw them in the cooler.
We always. Are they alive when you get to camp?
Oh no, bro! We get them like pre-killed.
Oh,
We get like the dead ones and
Oh,
they're
I
packed in
thought you were
ice.
getting like live bait from Dryden and you were shipping it all the way up to Red Lake through the plains.
No, dude, that would not be good.
No, okay.
that
But
would
like,
stink.
we always get them, like the guy there, Jim. He's the coolest dude. He would always give us live minnows. And then my friend Mason and I would just have like minnow fights. And we'd pick the best minnow. And we were fishing. This is kind of bad, but like my
Don't
dad
get
and
me
I.
started, bro.
My dad and I would we'd take the minnows and we would reuse them as many times as we can and see who could catch the most fish on one minnow.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up getting like 6 or 7
Oh yeah, we do that
fish
all the time. Yeah.
on one minnow, which is ridiculous. Like, how does it not fall apart after getting eaten and then regurgitated by like 7 fish?
That's not bad, dude. Like
Don't even go into your
I'm-
into your walleye stories.
I'm not gonna go into it. All I'm gonna say is that being up hundreds of miles, not hundreds, like 70 miles from civilization brings out the inner savage in you in ways that I'm not comfortable to share on this podcast. Let's just say that I've done some inhumane things to fish and other life forms that I am not proud of.
I do not
but-
condone any of the acts that Jerry Green has.
It was good sport though, and The
You
bear-
can't call it good sport.
The bears ate it anyways.
Okay,
It's part of
yep.
nature, you know. I'm just.
Yeah.
It's not like
It didn't go to waste.
it did not.
You
go
didn't
to
just
waste.
throw a trout like from the Empire State Building and then just
That
let it
would
die
be
on the
awesome,
street.
bro. I want to take like. No, you got me started on this, bro. I'm gonna go to this. I want to take like a dink walleye, like
A little one?
the dinkiest, tiniest, eeniest, weeniest walleye, like, and just take it and just, like all the way down the Empire State. Was like, it's reaching like critical velocity. Bro.
Terminal
It's going,
velocity
like, It's
coming
going
down.
like hundreds of miles per hour. Just,
Right in the pavement.
it would be so awesome.
I feel like it would be extremely anticlimactic.
I'm sure it would. It would like
It would just like hit
it
and
would just
bounce up
flop
and then like
and
flop
die.
down.
I mean, yeah, it would not be as cool as
Yeah.
I imagined, but.
You know what would be cool? Skydiving.
Dude.
Skydiving is really cool.
I'm gonna go skydiving the day I turn 18.
I'm not.
Why not?
Too expensive.
It is pretty expensive. My dad said he'd go with me though, so like.
What's really cool? I want to do wingsuit skydiving.
Oh, bro, that's too
so
sketchy for me,
cool.
bro. Like, same thing with like paragliding. Like, I would
That's
not
not
trust.
sketchy at all.
No,
Unless you
not
do, like
not paragliding, hang gliding.
hang gliding.
Yeah, because like it's literally just like a little slice
Triangle?
of pizza that you're just flying on, bro.
And
That's scary. Like you
That's
don't have
the
any
point.
safety measures at all.
yeah, you do.
Really?
Yeah, you have a parachute, and you're like you don't have to like some CrossFit like pull-ups to keep your body up. You're strapped into the back.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because the only thing I know about hang gliding is like in this movie Rio, that bird movie.
I haven't seen that.
Bro, well, anyways, there's this bird and he doesn't know how to fly. And anyways, he's learning how to fly. And so some of this one
Is
bird's
it
like,
a penguin?
no, he's like a blue toucan or something. I don't know. He's like
Macaw?
some rare, yeah. He's like a rare bird species.
Those actually went extinct, like fairly recently too.
Yeah, no, they made it like right as they were going extinct to like try and save them. I guess it didn't work. I guess
That failed.
But
Oh well.
this one bird's like, even the humans can do it, and it was like a hang gliding. So then the blue macaw jumped onto the hang glider thing, and the dude just ran off without a thing, and he was just like flying around.
Huh.
So yeah, that's pretty scary.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, wingsuit, I wouldn't be as scared on because like I control it.
Dude, you pretty much be like
You're like a flying squirrel. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, that's pretty awesome, actually, if I think about it.
And like you don't really get into the dangerous part of it unless you do like proximity runs.
Can you like flips with it?
I think so, but you like lose control.
I don't know. What's that one thing? Like, I see people do it around here all the time, like in the fields with like they're up in the air and it's like
That's
it's
skydiving.
No, bro, it's a seat with like a propeller on the back.
Oh, I don't know what
Yeah,
that's called. That's
like
so
parasailing or something like that. It's so awesome,
That's so
dude.
cool.
I want to do that.
I saw a video actually online of this dude who just took off from his field and flew to his McDonald's. And he flew to McDonald's and then landed, and then he went in and got 2 quarter-pounders. And then he flew up and then ate them in the air, and then he landed back in his field. It was so cool.
That's probably the most American thing I've ever heard of in my life.
Yeah, I mean, that's your freedom to fly around. You know?
Once flying cars become a thing,
That's
and I'm
not
sure
gonna be a
that
thing.
it's gonna be a
No.
thing, dude. It's gonna be a thing.
It's not going to be a thing.
How's it not gonna be a thing?
Like, think about how bad the traffic would be
Not bad
in
because
flying cars.
okay, because think about it. When you're driving in a car on the road, you have 2 dimensions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can go forward or you can go left and right or
Yeah.
backwards. Like, so if you're stuck in a traffic jam, you can either go into the left lane or the right lane.
Mm-hmm.
There's literally so much more space in the
Okay,
sky.
yeah, there's space, but when you ram somebody at 30 miles an hour in your car, you're not going to fall out of the
Oh,
sky.
you're definitely gonna die.
There will
from
be a
flying
100
car crash.
100% mortality rate in
No.
flying car crashes.
No, bro, they have like ejection parachutes and stuff like that built in, so you don't do.
How would that work if somebody is coming up and then they like sideswipe it and then you get ejected straight down into the ground?
It doesn't matter because you got your parachute gun and the parachute will catch you.
What if you're not high enough for a parachute to work?
There's going to be a legal limit on how low and how high you can be.
So what happens if you're in between that legal limit and you get hit?
You're going to get a ticket if you survive.
So how do you traverse yourself up to the top? Don't you have to pass through that illegal zone?
Well, it's like you have designated takeoff areas where you can reach altitude.
So what if there was a crash there?
Then that sucks for you. I don't know. It'll be like, think about like the accident prevention things that are already in like modern day cars.
Oh, that's
like.
I think that's terrible. I think that's making people like more unsafe when they drive.
Well, I don't know. I think automated cars, I don't trust them.
I don't either.
But like, it's a good idea, and like they're getting less accidents than humans. But like,
I think there's a moral.
Someone could hack an automated car.
Oh, yeah.
Just like cause mega car crashes. Mm-hmm. And B, driving is fun, dude.
Driving is fun.
Like, going on road trips would not be the same
if you
there
just
was,
sit
like,
and watch Netflix.
Yeah, if there was like a weird robot dude just like doing the whole thing for you while you're just like chilling. Like, driving gets stressful sometimes if you're doing long drives and you don't. But like, you appreciate that, just like driving on the road, listening to tunes.
You appreciate like the
music.
distance to get to places more.
Yeah, and
the beauty of the country.
Like, people's levels of patience are already so messed up that like
especially with like
cars,
the internet and stuff.
Yeah, like people are already like bad on their phones while driving. Like, so if there's automated cars, like it's just distractions. Like, people are never gonna look outside of the like car and like appreciate things that are outside the car and like stuff that's going on.
There was, recently this Uber, like, you know how Uber's testing out the automated
with like the
driving
Google cars
things
or whatever.
Yeah, it was an Uber car that somebody was driving. And they hit a cyclist because they were watching Netflix.
While they were driving?
They weren't driving. It was the automated car. So the car was driving, but she was supposed to keep an eye out to stop it if it did anything stupid. And she was watching Netflix. So she ended up, like, hitting and killing a cyclist.
It's messed up, bro.
That is messed up. And I think it's only going to get worse, like, the more advanced the artificial intelligences get.
And the thing is, the more advanced technology is, the more lazy humans become.
Mm-hmm.
Like, think about it. Like, eventually,
like WALL-E.
Like, there's certain jobs that humans will always have to do, like service jobs. Like, I don't want a waiter to or I don't want a robot to wait my tables.
Yeah.
And I don't want a robot.
You want the human connection. You don't want a robot bartender.
And like actors and bartenders and like comedians and stuff like that. But like, factory jobs, even like office jobs and stuff like that. Not all of them, but like, gonna get taken over by robots. And then when people don't have jobs anymore, what are they gonna do? Just sit at home all day and like just collect money from the government or something? Like, and it
how's that gonna work?
Yeah. How's that gonna work? Like, technology is great for all these businesses and stuff, but I'm all for like free market and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But when there's only like 3 people in a business and the rest are robots, and there's like millions of people unemployed,
what are the other 200 million people going to do?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what is going to happen to them? Are they just going to like sit at home all day and be provided for? How are they going to like make money themselves?
Well, because it's going to get to the point where the robots can repair the robots, and we're not even going to need human maintenance.
Bro, robot takeover. Don't make fun of me for this. Robot takeover is. Miss me with global warming. Humans can survive global warming.
Mm-hmm.
There's Yellowstone might blow up. That's the only other thing I could think of that could lead to extinction sooner than robot takeover.
I don't think Yellowstone could lead to extinction. I think it would cause a major issue in the world, but I think we would get through it.
I don't know. Humans are good at adapting. I think
they're extremely good at that, especially with the technology we have now.
Where we are, all the way on the Midwest, which is like hundreds of miles
everybody
away.
In the U.S. except Florida would be dead, or at least.
And Florida's going to be underwater anyways. So.
Yeah.
But like 3 feet of ash everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
And
not to mention all the
3
stuff
months of darkness.
Yeah, not to mention all the stuff in the atmosphere is gonna kill off crops,
ground all planes.
Yeah, like literally, like make so many animals go extinct. Like besides that, robot takeover, like
that's one of my things too.
I think space exploration and like
that's our best option.
Technology is awesome. But I don't want robots who are smarter than me
I don't
who are
want AIs.
who are self-aware.
I do not
Yeah.
want that whatsoever.
Because I don't know, it's just unnatural. Like people nowadays, like in Japan, they have robot girlfriends. Like you know how
That's why in Japan, like the birth rate is like plummeting. There's a huge gap because all of the women in Japan want to go out and be like office managers. They want to be CEOs, so they go out and they get a job and they devote their life to their career, and they don't want to have like any man. So what do the men do? They get their waifus, they get their robot girlfriends or whatever, and then they do that, and that's causing an extreme, like, huge decline in the birth rate in Japan, and it's a major
dude,
problem.
they're like basically begging people to have kids.
Yeah.
Because like all of their population is old, back like pre-nuked Japan.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. It's
Well,
just the
like-
problem with internet is it makes it possible to be in to live in complete isolation almost.
Oh, yeah.
Like before that, like humans are social creatures. There's no way around
They're
it.
supposed to be social.
Some people
Yep.
are like less social than others, but in the end, like
You need human contact.
Yeah, humans crave human contact. You can have everything, every form of entertainment you wanted in the world, but if you were by yourself, you would
Yeah,
still be
you could
miserable.
dump the most introverted person on the planet on a desert island with everything they want to do, but they would still end up going crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they don't have human contact.
Exactly. And the thing about the internet is it allows you to go months, years even, without having to go out and socialize with people besides the bare minimum.
Because you have the faux human contact
yeah,
of
you're,
the internet.
you're talking to people across a message board, and
Yeah.
all those people are not going out and doing things just like you, and they're just it's just sad.
And it creates this, what are they called?
Echo chamber.
Echo chamber. I had a different one. It's like a feedback loop. That's what it was. Where it's just the same thing over and over. And I think that's a problem with mainstream politics, mainstream news organizations and stuff like that. It's just an echo chamber where you yell something and you're going to get the same response back
Yeah.
regardless.
It's like the same thing with the alt-right.
Yeah.
The alt-right isn't that big of a deal because when it comes down to it, they're just a bunch of losers. And
Yeah, they're a bunch of losers.
They're a bunch of losers sitting in their mom's basement who haven't seen sunlight in days, and they associate themselves with other people. And the alt-right started off as a joke, you know, like people would make edgy jokes about racist things and anti-Semitic things, and that's not good, but it's not bad, you know. And eventually, like you said, with the feedback loop,
Yeah.
they kept repeating these things over and over again till they convinced themselves.
Yeah,
it
it's
was the truth.
it's the
you know?
fake it till you make it mindset.
Yeah, exactly.
If you believe that you're going to, or if you just keep talking about something over and over and over again, you're going to eventually believe it.
Yeah.
That's like people that have schizophrenic family members. A lot of the times with them is they'll go and visit them because, they're in the mental hospital and the psych ward, and they want to make sure that they feel included in the family still and they're not an outcast. But then eventually they'll start getting symptoms of schizophrenia too.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's
It's like
That's crazy,
autophrenia or
dude.
something like that.
I did not know that was a
Yeah.
thing. That's
it's crazy.
that is crazy, dude. But yeah, so you're just isolated with a group of people who share that same mindset, and you're bound to believe whatever they say. It's like propaganda. You might think that's stupid. That doesn't make any sense. That's obviously not right. But you're exposed to it so much that you become indoctrinated and you end up believing it. And like you said, that's a problem with politics because the left doesn't talk to the right and the right doesn't talk to the left.
Yep.
And they become more polarized as they talk with each other and agree with each other about things. Because I'm on the right, I have to agree with this person
Yep.
on the right. I'm on the
Yep.
left, I have to agree with this person on the left.
Exactly
And they
it.
never actually debate each other. When they do, it's just a scream fest about
Well, and that's the problem with media too. Like on CNN, you get the panels of 8 people competing for a 10-minute slot where they have to try to get their point across. How does that work? You can't do that. It's just a bunch of people talking over each other, trying to say the most outrageous statement to get the attention.
Yeah.
And then we can just upload them. like it's so. Oh my god! I get why Joe Rogan likes it. Like it's just something about it. You want a water bottle?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, cool.
Especially once you get once you get
Like that
interesting
first gas
people on.
cup, as soon as you get the juices going, it's like boom, 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 boom.
Oh, bro, it unpaused when you plugged in the charger. Oh, well, we'll just leave this in because it's kind of funny. As you can tell, this is our first time doing this. Spencer's up grabbing a water bottle. I got a nice tall Red Bull because it's kind of late. It's very refreshing. I'm just going to read the nutrition facts. It has 110 calories, 0 grams of fat, 105 milligrams of sodium, 28 carbohydrates, 27 of which are from sugar, and less than a gram of protein. 100% niacin, 250% vitamin B6, 80% vitamin B12, and 50% pantothenic acid. I don't know. Must be healthy for you then. Not recommended for children, pregnant, or nursing women. Ingredients: carbonated water, sucrose, glucose, citric acid, taurine, sodium bicarbonate, blah, 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 a bunch of other stuff I can't pronounce, but most energy drinks are disgusting, but I actually like Red Bull because, I don't know, it's not like overly saturatedly sweet. Like you drink a Monster energy drink and it's like, you can just taste how like artificial it is. Like Red Bull is like just got like a little bit of sugar, and like it doesn't make me want to throw up or anything. It just gives you a little bit of energy. And so talking to myself is really awkward, so I'm just gonna pause it and wait for Spencer to come back down. Okay, so we're back from a little snacky break.
Had to get some waters.
We got some tall Red Bulls and 1,400 milliliters of water. I'm definitely gonna have to use the bathroom pretty soon.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
You know, when you're talking so much, it's important to stay hydrated.
It's always important.
Dude, it is important to stay hydrated. Like, I don't necessarily think the 8 glasses of water a day is
it's not accurate at all. You should only drink when you're thirsty.
Yeah, but like...
That's why we've, had the thing. We didn't have doctors when we were, like, cavemen. We just drank when we were thirsty.
Yeah, well, like, cavemen, they just, like, went without water till they found water, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, obviously it's not that detrimental to your health to not drink water that much. But
Okay.
anyways, I kind of forgot what we were talking about. I think Spencer did
Beforehand,
too.
yeah. So we're just gonna wrap this one up.
And yeah, we're probably just gonna do another one. So
Yeah.
it was a little bit rough. But
Rough. I mean, first time for everything's gonna be rough.
yeah, we're gonna get some better sound equipment hopefully pretty soon.
Better
And,
studio.
Yeah, and get our audio guy here. Logan Wood sucks
Yep.
in the books. And also this podcast is in the books. So
Yeah.
that's all. Thanks for listening. And message us if you want to come on the podcast. We'll take
Oh yeah, for sure.
take anyone who's interesting and got cool ideas about
Got
stuff.
ideas, stories to tell, anything.
As long as you're not a brick wall.
Oh
you
yeah.
can come on the show.
Can't
Standards
talk to
aren't
brick
very high. So just come on if you want.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Take care.
Adios.